All right, I think we are live and ready to go. Just gonna wait for people to stream in a little bit and we'll go ahead and get started. For everyone that's already here, good morning, happy Monday. Welcome to the live stream where we trade the market open every day, at least every day the market's open. So today is Monday, let's see, 23rd of December, and it's 3:17 local time, but it's 9:15 or 9:17 Eastern Standard Time. So we got what? We got another 13 minutes till the market opens. And then, after about 30 minutes from the market open, we'll go ahead and wrap this whole thing up. So this whole live stream should take about 45 minutes. But it's good to have everyone back. Good to see you guys. And I'm super excited. Also, if you guys have any questions, check the video description below. I'm going to keep adding any FAQs there. So anything that I see pop up a lot, I'll go ahead and add it down below. Let's get started with the watch list. So right now, what I already have on the chart is ITCI, and let's see what I got for this one. So again, everything you can kind of see here. We have the last price and the dollar volume. This one's really important. We got the market cap and the shares outstanding, but I like to research these a little bit more and kind of compare what I see on different websites, specifically Finviz. So on this one, this is a bigger market cap. We typically don't trade stuff over 500 million. But this thing's freaking rallying so hard that I definitely want to be watching it a little bit. Just, huge percentage gains in all directions. Plus 51 million float. That's a pretty small float. So, well, not super small, like 10 million float would be a little better, more our thing. But, 50 million is really not that bad. It's gapping up 100% already with no major pullbacks. I mean, this thing's probably a bit overextended. So I'm going to keep that in mind. Right now it's at 125% gap up. That's pretty aggressive. So yeah, it could be pretty overextended. So it has news that its schizophrenia treatment FDA was approved, and that was this morning. And then let's see, yeah, that's the big news article. So this is a USA biotech with an FDA approval. I don't know. Are we going to trade this one? I don't think we've traded anything this expensive yet. I mean, obviously it doesn't matter really the price, but it definitely affects how the stock moves a little bit. But anything gapping up this much, I mean, that's pretty intense. Just to put it in perspective, right now the price is around $26. So that is right around here. Yeah, so right here, big resistance in this area for sure. We had this former top and kind of these reversal points on a lot of these breakouts. So I think this $26 area is quite interesting. And I think it'd be even worthy to kind of take note of it. So I'm going to go here and kind of click this right there. Boom. So let's go back to the chart. And you can see that we got really close to this area, kind of got rejected off the price, this area. And then now we pulled back, had a first breakout in this area, and now we're pulling back to it. So kind of interesting pre-market activity. A lot of action here. And on the 5-minute chart on the bottom, you can see a little bit more activity. So always good fun to check out that little longer term chart right here, because it could really get you in those good setups. Sometimes on the 1-minute chart, it might be hard to find some really nice entries, but on the 5-minute chart, you can see these really nice pullbacks. Here's a 5-minute pullback, really good time for an entry. That's right around this area at the 17 or mid 16 range. Then again, in this area, we had a 5-minute pullback. This one would have been pretty hard to get, I think. But then you can see here the EMA 15 kind of moving in as well. Yeah, just in general, looks really good. We got another 9 minutes till the market opens, so we got plenty of time. No pre-market trading this time, so that was probably a good thing. What's up? Good morning, ChemDog. Yeah, so let's keep diving in. What else do we have here? We have SAVA. And 38 million market cap, 50 million float, so definitely more our price range. Let me actually go over to it. I forgot to click on it. USA biotech gapping up 30% with a 10% pullback. This one's a little healthier, but I'm really not liking the fact that we had a former attempted breakout and it didn't really work. And now we're kind of at a $3 gap down area. Now, let me show you guys what I mean by this $3 gap down area. So here's the daily chart, and you can see this huge gap down area right here. So something really big happened in this area. I haven't checked yet what it was, but oftentimes you'll find that it's some sort of secondary offering, dilution, some shady financing going on, where there's basically a company that's able to dump new shares onto the market, and then you have something like this. And it's really hard sometimes for the price to recover from these areas. So right now we're kind of getting back to this, former dump zone around $3, and I don't know. I'm not sure if that's a good place you'd want to buy, but sometimes you get nice little breakouts in these areas. They just often don't hold that. So we'll keep watching this one, but I'm not sure if we're going to trade it. $11.7 million volume, not too shabby. Let's go check out one more thing. Oh yeah, SAVA, just very quickly, they have no really news. So this whole gap and breakout is like a little bit unusual, but they have a lot of insider buying going on. So the director recently bought some shares, and I think twice last week. And then, I mean, that is in theory pretty bullish. Why would they be buying if they didn't believe generally in the fundamentals and longevity of the company? So it's really something to consider, and it is very bullish news. But there is no FDA approval or something really specific going on that is at least out there, or that I have been able to find. And the one we're looking at now is SDRL. I've got a little quick drinky winky of water right here. So SDRL, 169 million market cap, and you can see it again right here, 169 million and 62 million float. So the shares outstanding is 100 million, but the float is 62 million. So there's a lot of institutional investors on this one. It's a Bermuda oil and gas drilling and exploration company, gapping up 30%. I would really watch out with this one. There's loads of dilution, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. I don't know. It's hard to believe in the longevity of this company just by looking at their stock price. I mean, I was having a good joke about this one earlier, but this thing, if you were holding it for a year, this thing could double. It could go up 10 times, and you'd still be down basically 100% because there's so much dilution. It has some nice contract winners with some very big dollar amounts, but just the dilution on this thing is just beyond ridiculous. So this was at one point $14,000. Well, it was never at $14,000, but here you can see at 12.8 thousand, just because of reverse. Actually, I haven't really found reverse splits, but I'm sure there's something going on here that's dumping new shares into the market. And that's a way for these companies to get financing, raise money, but it's really bad for the investors. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, big resistance, and I don't really see this thing surviving. So yeah, no pre-market trading, so pretty relaxing morning. I like it. I also want to be a bit more calm on Mondays. I was going through my trade journal a little bit, and last week Monday was really the big loss of the week. And then let's see here. I'm going to scroll up a little bit on our trade journal. Just basically the start of the week has sometimes been a little shaky. On the 4th of November, we actually had a pretty nice one. Let me move this over a little bit so you guys can see what I'm looking at. So yeah, I mean this Monday, not too this no trades. This Monday, not the best. This is the 4th. I mean this was probably one of our better Mondays. Again, no trades, not really the best trades. 2 trades here and $9, so 2 scratches. This last Monday really shaky as well. We had that big loss, and then we kind of made back some of the money. But I just want to be a bit more calm Monday. At least me, you just had the weekend, or I guess everyone had the weekend, but for me, you're coming from the weekend and you're probably not in any sort of flow state. You haven't traded in 2 days. So, why not be extra careful on a Monday? If you don't make any trades, that's also fine. 1, you don't lose any money, and 2, you could take those trades and, when the market's really performing nicely, you can then get a little bit more aggressive. But, if there's no reason to rush into any trades ever. That's why we're doing the small account challenge. Take everything very slowly. Whew. ACST. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Let's check it out. Oh, we also have MRNS I kind of want to talk about, and PGNX, which are kind of an interesting plays. But MRNS was the one we traded Friday, which was mad cool. Let's see. ACST, here we go, let's pull it up. Boom. All right, what is going on with this one? ACST, what were you looking at? Check out, might move today if it passes the $3 high, so a lot of resistance at $3. Is that what I'm hearing? Oh yeah, I could, wow, you're not kidding. So yeah, this one's definitely got loads of resistance here at $3, like you said. 245 million market cap, 85 million shares outstanding. Definitely on the higher range, but it doesn't mean you can't trade it necessarily. Wow, this one has a high of 42. I don't see any reverse splits off the back. Really interesting. I'm not sure what this one does. Pharma company. All right. No news, so I would take that into consideration. Andrew, definitely, unless you see some news about it, but I don't right now. Let me check it out. ACST. This is a Canadian biotech. Hedge funds have never been this bullish on Acasti Pharma. Interesting. So they have some news on the 22nd about how hedge funds are more bullish on this one. Interesting. Yeah, you're definitely right. This thing can definitely go flying. I'll go ahead and put an alert on this one at $3. Create an alert. And then MRNS, I just want to very quickly show you guys the trade that we made. Now, if you saw the trading recap where I talked about selling my desk, you'll also see where I review this one. But this was the pullback. We had a really nice rip up here, 26%. And then we had this nice pullback, and this is where I started accumulating right in this area, looking for a bounce to the upside. We had no really big selling volume coming in once we broke this support zone. So I was feeling somewhat confident in this one, and I really like this reversal. We got a really nice, I think it was like 5% trade on that one. All right, guys, we got another 48 seconds till the market opens. Woo! Who's excited? I'll do another drink. Tomorrow, the markets are also open, but it's going to be a half day. Wednesday, the markets are totally closed, so I will not be trading Wednesday. I don't think I'll come out with a video either. I think it'll be a pretty chill day. We got 23 seconds, just enough time to look at PGNX. This one was really selling off aggressively this morning. Right in this area, I was thinking, you know, this could be a nice little bounce trade right here, but we didn't go ahead and pull the trigger on that one. I'm going to be looking at ITCI, that's a really weird one to say. Here we go. Big volume right off the gate. This one's one of the biggest percentage changers, so really nice to see that. Dollar volume definitely up there as well. SAVA also really interesting. Let's see what this one does. I don't feel totally confident just buying this one out of the gate though. Definitely a high chance it's overextended. You can see here on the daily that it's way up here. So I mean, it might find some support before it does anything, but who knows? Last time it had one of these big gap ups, it continued to run, and this was a pretty big gap up. From $26 to, let's see, 43 roughly. So, almost 100% as well. That's a big move. Still running to the upside here. Looking really good. 10% up already. Just like that, 10%. Crazy. If we wanted to buy this one, we would need actually a pretty small position, much smaller than usually we're used to. So let's say we wanted to buy it near 26. Let's see, that's a little further down here. Yeah, we'd be buying with about 50 shares. Right now it's at 26.80. Could be a good little support bounce right here. Do like it. Let's go to the 5 minutes, kind of check this out a little bit longer. SAVA is really rallying. It was just at 9%, now it's at 20%. Let's go ahead and check that out very quickly. I'm going to also detach a screen, so we have two screens. And I'll try to, I like SAVA. It's looking really good. Exactly in that kind of niche that we want as well. I'm going to go ahead and keep a close eye on it. Here we go. This is what I like here. So we have that big breakout here. We have that, you know, first pullback, 5% bounce, looking really good. Big gap up, really intense. So let's see what happens at this $3 area. Nice dollar volume. Lots of potential on this one. ITCI is pulling back now to the $26 area. If we were going to do an entry on this one, I would probably want to do an entry right now. Let's focus right now on SAVA. 269 could be a really good entry with about 500 shares. Could be really, really good. We need to trade in our margin account today because our cash account is fully exhausted. ITCI forming a bit of a flag, bull flag, could be good. I just don't know if I feel comfortable buying super high like that. Any big pullback on ITCI, I think I would really want to pounce on it. ITCI breaking 26. I'm going to remove this limit order at 500 shares at 2.6 roughly. Really nice continuous break to the upside here. Let's see if we could get some sort of pullback near a breakout zone. So something like 2.7. It's a little tough right now getting the right share amount. ITCI pulling back to VWAP right now. Definitely ITCI with the most dollar volume. It's also a $1.3 billion company right now. So that was a huge gap up because this morning was a $700 million valuation. This one just continues to break up. We had the first red candle though, and then it just kind of continues to move. I really like this area right here, 2.75 for a potential pullback buy. Let's see what happens. Anything is possible. ITCI, I'm still watching it. This one's moving so much. The 24 could have been a really good entry on it. I'm going to keep an eye out. 22 would be a really clean entry I think, with ITCI. Kind of missing this run right now on SAVA. But I'm sorry, I didn't really feel comfortable buying this one right out of the gate with that serious gap up. I think we might have a nice pullback here from 3. There's going to be probably a lot of profit taking, a little bit of risk management going on here. 2.81, also a very interesting possible pullback zone. Former breakout area as well. You can kind of see this, definitely 2.81 kind of former support. You always want to double check these prices. I've put on orders before that were not at all what I wanted. This account is unfortunately just a little bit underfunded, so we can't do our typical like getting close to $1,400 entry size anymore, which is a little stressful, but that's just how it is sometimes. Can I show ITCI on my screen? Yes, I can. Sorry that I was not really showing that one. I just want to have, I was going to show it if I was getting close to entering, but right now I didn't want to switch back and forth too much. Here's ITCI very quickly for you. Really, really nice. I need to figure out a way maybe to show these a little bit easier for everyone. But yeah, there we go. So right now I'd probably be looking for an entry around this area 22, although this pullback right now is already looking really nice. And just check out, I mean, any sort of bounce here is just major potential. So yeah, I like these former breakout areas and former pullback areas. But I don't know, we'll be watching this one. I don't want to enter anything too early. But I would feel pretty confident around 22 in terms of at least a little bit of bounce potential. Again, if we wanted to enter this one, we would have probably about a $50 share size. SAVA is slipping away from us somehow, but let's see here. We're having a little bit of a pullback potential. We had this really heavy rally in this area. Sometimes I like to look for a 5-minute pullback potential. And I think at the 81, again, that's where our limit order is right now for a potential reversal. Although I think right here in this area, 2.9, I'm not sure if we'll go much past that, but let's see what happens. Right now we're at $3, really interesting zone. ASTC is now above $3, Andrew. Your ticker is running. You. A lot of sellers at 3.07, 3.08 on this one. Fast crashing going down, not necessarily a bad thing. Let's see if we can get some sort of dip buy on this one. Again, here I just was saying at the 93, 91, there's going to be big support there. I'm not sure if we're going to go below it. Again, I'm being extra conservative. Like I said, Monday, no need to risk anything too crazy. Don't want to start the week off again on a big red candle. But yeah, I think I really do like this 91 area, and it looks like this is going to be the big bounce area. And the reason I was talking about 91 before is because here you can see that there was a former resistance here and then a breakout. So now we bounced back off of that. So, you know, if we had unlimited trades, I probably maybe would have even considered trying to just scalp that a little bit, maybe get a 3% off that one. But, you know, we really want those bigger moves. And I just felt like this was not one of those bigger moves. Let's check out ACST very quickly. Back at 2.92. So we had that breakout. I really like this pullback right here. This is a nice pullback. Yeah, really nice. ACST. Again, no major news besides that hedge fund stuff. I'm going to put another alert on this one, actually. PGNX that we didn't really talk about, but it was another one on our watch list, is pulling up really nicely. 10% right here, looking really, really good. Around 840, we had that all-time low area. So, you know, if you held from there, that's 17% gain so far. So this one's pretty nice. SAVA, kind of getting its bearings again after that first initial dip. This thing could keep breaking higher. On the 5 minutes, it's still totally green. We would be up around 4% if we were a little bit more aggressive at the 2.91. I don't feel like we missed anything. Made 110 on ITCI this morning, AM. I'm out at 27. Very cool. Very good. Yeah, ITCI is a cool one. That means you're probably holding it the day before, huh? Or you bought super pre-market. Let's see what happens now. SAVA is dipping down, potential entry near the 2.81 area. And ITCI, as you can see on the screen right now, again, I'm still looking at that 22 area as well. Could be a really nice entry on this one. Let's see what happens. Oh, it looks like we're having some streaming issues. I hope it's going to be back soon. If we wanted to enter this. All right, I'm having a few streaming issues. I'm sorry about that, guys. That's just how it is sometimes with these live things. You never know what you're going to get. It's a bit of a roll of the dice every time. I'm looking at SAVA right now. No data, still no data, says. 1 second. I'm going to go ahead. All right, looks like we're back. Excellent connection. I have no idea what happened, guys. That was a little crazy because that turned off right as I was trying to get an entry on SAVA. How annoying is that? Also, ITCI, I was looking at that one. The internet has a way of messing with me at always the worst moments. We had our limit order was at 2.81. So the price went all the way down to 2.83, 2.84 actually. So we didn't get that first entry, which is totally fine because it didn't bounce that hard. It only bounced about 3%. So I'm not really worried about the fact that we didn't get that entry. Let's see what happens here. Right now we're dipping again. We're having kind of a continuation of this 5-minute pullback. Here we go. I think we're about to get an entry. Bit smaller position, something to consider. More in the $1,200 area. Okay, everything is looking good again. I think we're back live. Woo! That's live for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the live experience. So SAVA pulling back pretty heavy right now, and also ITCI, you can see right here, having a little bit of a pullback. I'm not sure if we're going to enter it. 5-minute pullback looks kind of interesting, but I don't know. Right now on the back burner a little bit more. Just kind of watching SAVA, again, kind of having the secondary pullback. Let's see how far it goes. I don't know if it's going to hit 81, but there is definitely a chance that it will. I think it found somewhat of a bottom at that 284. SDRL, very quick look at this one. We've kind of been ignoring this one a little bit. We had this huge morning panic here. Wow, what a bounce after that morning panic. You know what? I was thinking that this one might do a big morning panic. Even putting a limit order here near this former breakout zone at 190 would have been really good. We would have took some serious risk though, about 5% down, but you know, up already 7%. So I don't know. It is what it is. Let's go back to SAVA. It's a bit unfortunate that somehow that live stream was geeking out on us a little bit, but that happens. I'm not really too upset about it. I'm getting used to those things at this point of my YouTube career, where it's just like total chaos all the time. All right, SAVA trying to pull back again. This might be a potential entry here. Want to be a little careful. Let's see what happens. I'm watching it pretty closely. Most of my attention is on it right now. 380 buyers. Getting shot through. We just entered at 281. Smaller position size. This is a smaller position size than usual. Bit of my Monday chill implementation. Big support. That's why I bought here. We have a breakout, pullback, and a breakout from this area. We have 1, 2, 3 pullbacks now from this original breakout. Let's see what happens. $78, $79, $79. Let's see if this area holds. Big sellers coming through, but buyers also looking really good. Again, a little refresher, 38 million market cap, 50 million float, US biotech, gapping up 30% with a 10% pullback. Holding its highs, former runner near $3 near major resistance and that major $3 gap down area. That's what I really wanted to point out, is that $3 gap down area. What I do like though is the fact that we broke out to 319 all the way to this pullback area. So I think that's really, really nice. Also, a lot of insider buying happening around 250. Which is hard not to take with a grain of bullish kind of a mix of bullish sentiment. Big dollar volume on this one for the fact, considering its market cap. So very cool on that one. A lot of sellers always pushing down the price. I'm a little nervous as 227 is going to get sold into. Nah, I just got sold into. We're down $27 right now, about 2%. Where 5-minute pullback right now is at the EMA and also near some major support here at 270. Let's go ahead and see what happens a little bit. Don't really want to hang around these areas too much longer, kind of taking on a little bit of extended risk in these areas. So it looks like our entry, even though at first felt really nice, seems to be a little bit still early. Again, these are pullback buys, so we had kind of a failed breakout, or actually, I mean, pretty nice breakout, and then we're having that big pullback here. $3:55 local time, or 9:55 Eastern Standard Time. So 25 minutes into the market open. Very quickly, I just want to take a look at the long-term chart on this one and talk about this kind of dangerous gap area, again, that originally I was referring to. So big gappers in this area, making me a little bit uncomfortable, but a lot of insider buying looking really good. And this thing also didn't come down from like 20,000, 15,000 or something absurd like that. So this is, trying to make its way. But, the last time we had tried to have a little gap up right here, completely got crushed. So you really kind of want to watch out with these areas because they usually gap down for a reason. And that's something you got to really consider. Selling near the 3 would be really interesting for me. I don't really want to hold into a secondary breakout. This should have a pullback right now. I don't think we're going to get a clean breakout. I think it's going to pull back probably to 81, so somewhere around our entry. Again, we entered right around here where this line is, this red line. Yeah, almost exactly on that red line is where we entered. So I think we're going to see a little bit of a pullback right now. ITCI would have been a really good trade, honestly. So I was originally at 24. I was thinking, I hadn't thought in my head, I was like, this would be actually a good entry. I like how we had a dip right here and we're having a secondary pullback to this area. That would have been an 8%, 10% trade right there. And here we had a secondary chance, breakout, pullback, boom, 17% runner. So ITCI, I mean, yeah, ITCI, even though, you know, way bigger dollar volume than we typically want. I mean, way bigger, sorry guys, I'm all over the place, way bigger market cap than we usually want. That would have been the ticket. I could have traded it. I had 2 trades available. So there was no trade limitation that was holding me back. Very nice, clean looking trade, and I could have done it. I think I just hesitated for a second. I should have never hesitated. We are out of this trade, 2.97, boom, clean $72. Guys, that's how you do it. We were just very, very calm this morning. You know, I was like, I don't want to do a panic Monday. I don't want to buy pre-market this Monday. I had a long weekend. You know, yesterday we had a little bit of a dinner party. I had quite a bit of wine. Had a little headache this morning. So I was like, let's take it a little slow, but boom. So this trade, we made about 6%. So once we start trading with a $10,000 position size, which we will hopefully be doing in about three to 4 months, that would have been just a $700 morning. So we would have just cleaned up $700 just now. And, you know, now I can close my laptop and be done for the day. And I could do whatever else I want to do the rest of the day. I don't know, mow the lawn or go to a Christmas market or something like that. Boom, boom, boom. Ice cold killer. 1 shot, 1 kill. Boom, boom. Well said, Sebastian. That's how we do it. Even better is this is exactly when I typically want to close up the live stream. So I don't know if I'm going to do any more trading today. I kind of want to just let that one sit. Again, if I kept on trading ITCI, guys, this one is rally Sally right here. I don't know. I love this one. I wish we bought one of the pullbacks. Didn't do it, but you know, probably coulda, shoulda, woulda, right? We would be up like 15, 10%. Those are the trades that will grow your account. But these 7% trades that we did today, or 6% that we just did, you do those consistently, you will grow your account. And right now we're about 60% success ratio. So that's kind of what we're doing. But hey, you know, not every day is a green day, and you got to cut your losses quickly. So, oh man, I'm just watching ITC. I'm going to pull it up one time very quickly here so you guys can still see it, especially on playback. ITCI just absolutely destroying everything. So first buying opportunity would have been at 24. When you see this secondary pullback after this spike to the downside, then we have a break to the upside. Guess what happens, guys? Textbook classic breakout pullback, right? This could have been your second entry at 24.69. Boom. Then we're breaking out to the upside. This is already 6% up, having a pullback here, and then a secondary break to the upside. I don't know why my mouse just unclicked that. Hold on, I'm using my laptop thing. So yeah, 15% up total. I mean, this is super beautiful. My computer is glitching like madness. Oh my God, I'm getting the full Windows experience right now. Yeah, really, really cool, guys. I think SAVA, we probably could have considered holding it longer, but that's not really what I want to do. I think this thing looks like it's going to break past 3, and yeah, who knows? It's probably going to continue rallying. A lot of sellers though at 2.97, so I'm happy I'm out of this one. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you there. Have a great rest of the day. If who's ever still trading, guys, you know, stay safe, make some awesome trades. I believe in you. Risk management is always the #1 thing. Till tomorrow, guys. Leave a like if you haven't done so already. Subscribe if you guys are new here and you appreciate this live content. I'm going to be coming out with the trading recap video a little bit later. So we'll see when that is. And yeah, guys, till next time. Ciao, ciao.